friends, myself Suresh VS. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to discuss the last part of the lesson, Indigo. So please take page number 53. In the last class we discussed that Gandhi, under the leadership of Gandhi, the peasants of Champaran could win over the plantation owners. And Gandhi accepted 25% from the plantation owners. They expected that he would ask more. So Gandhi was ready for this agreement, and he told the reason that the money was not important, and actually he wanted to ruin or destroy the proud nature of British people, as well as give courage to the Indian farmers. So now events justified Gandhi's position, and you see that all these events, there may be people who criticize Gandhi for this, but later on it proved that Gandhi's stand was right. He was correct in his decision. Why? Because within a few years the British planters abandoned means gave up. Within a few years you can see that the British planters abandoned their estates and which reverted to the peasants, and the estates were given back to the peasants or the farmers, and indigo sharecropping disappeared forever. Okay, so from that we can say that Gandhi's stand and his decision was right. Gandhi never contented himself with large political or economic solutions. You see that as a leader, that made him a great leader. Gandhi was never satisfied with the large political or economic solutions. With the political solutions or economic solution never satisfied Gandhi. So he saw the cultural and social backwardness of Champaran villages and wanted to do something about it immediately. So during his stay in Champaran, he saw that Champaran, the district, you see the condition of the people were very bad, miserable condition. They were living in a very pathetic condition, and you can see that the cultural as well as social backwardness of Champaran really worried him, especially the villages, and he decided to do something immediately to improve it. He appealed for teachers. So he requested for teachers. He requested from the country. Okay, he requested to many teachers to come there to help or to teach them. And Madhav Desai and Narhari Parikh, two young men who had just joined Gandhi as disciples. You see that recently two disciples like Madhav Desai and Narhari Parikh joined him or became the students or the disciples of Mahatma Gandhi. They came forward voluntarily, to teach them. And who had just joined Gandhi has done their wives, not only them, their wives also volunteered for the work. That means they offered freely, they offered to work for it, to teach the children of Champaran. Several more came from Bombay, not only these two and their wives, and several teachers, several people from Mumbai, Pune and many other parts, distant parts of the country, they came forward to help to improve the condition of Champaran, to educate the people of Champaran. Devadas, Gandhi's youngest son, arrived from Assam, and so did Mrs. Gandhi. You see that his youngest son, what was his name? Devadas. And not only Devadas, Gandhi's wife, then Mrs. Gandhi also reached there in Champaran. Primary schools were opened in 6 villages. In 6 villages, you see that they started primary schools. And Kasturbai taught the Assam rules. And Kasturbai went to all the places. She visited all the villages and taught the people of the village the Assam rules. Not only the rules of Assam and the importance of personal hygiene and also cleanliness in community sanitation. That means in community group. While people living in community, what is the importance of cleanliness and also personal hygiene? All these things were taught to them. That means hygiene, yes, practiced in the community, how it should be. These things were taught taught the yes village people. Health conditions were miserable. And you see that the health condition of Champaran district, okay, the people's condition was really miserable, very bad. Gandhi got a doctor to volunteer his services for 6 months. So you see that Gandhi arranged a doctor and he became ready to yes, treat the patients without any payment for 6 months. And 3 medicines were available. Very important, usually questions comes from here. And there were 3 medicines available, which were the castor oil, quinine and sulfur ointment. And for what purpose these medicines were used? Let us see. Anybody who showed a coated tongue, that means coated tongue means a whitish layer on the surface of tongue. Swelling also will be there. That is called a coated tongue. Suppose anybody were suffering with this coated tongue was given a dose of castor oil. That person was given a dose of castor oil. And if anybody suffered from malaria fever, and that case that person received quinine plus castor oil, and both these things were given. And anybody with the skin eruptions are skin rashes, okay, a skin rashes was there, so that person was given ointment plus yes, castor oil. Okay, so these 3 medicines were available there and he made it available. Gandhi noticed the filthy state of women's clothes. Gandhi noticed that the dirty, filthy means dirty, the dirty condition of the women's clothes. Women of Champaran used to wear very dirty clothes. He noticed that. He asked the Kasturbai to talk to them about it. So he asked his wife to go and talk to this woman about this. One woman took a Kasturbai into her hut and said, so what happened there? One village woman, she took a Kasturbai to her hut, okay, to her cottage and said, look, there is no box or cupboard here for clothes. You look here, there is no box, no cupboard for keeping the, yes, the clothes. The sari I am wearing is the only one I have. You see that this sari, this is the only one I have. I don't have any other sari also. During his long stay in Champaran, Gandhi kept a long distance watch on the ashram. Even though he was far away from his ashram, he controlled, he monitored all the procedures of ashram also. He sent regular instructions. How did he do that? He sent the mail. He gave the instructions through mail every day. That means daily he sent the mail and asked for financial accounts. And he looked at the financial accounts. He asked for it, the financial details and all. Once he wrote to the residents that it was time to fill in the old latrine trenches. Trenches means ditches, and dig new ones, otherwise the old ones would begin to smell bad. You see that? Once he wrote to the residents such a way. What did he write? It is the time to, high time to, yes, fill up the old, yes, latrine, yes, ditches, and new ones must be, yes, dug up. Otherwise, what will be there? There would be possibility for bad smell. The Champaran episode was a turning point in Gandhi's life. So, you see that this Champaran episode, this incident was very important in the life of Gandhi also. How? What I did, he explained, was a very ordinary thing. So, according to him, what he did, what he had done there was an ordinary thing, but he declared that the British could not order me about in my own country, but there he could order that it was his country and the British had no right to order him in his own country. But Champaran did not begin as an act of defense. Defense means disobedience. You see that already you have seen. How did the episode of Champaran start? It was not started as an act of disobedience. It grew out of an attempt to alleviate the distress of large number of poor farmers. Actually, you see that it happened when Gandhi tried to remove the problems, remove the grievances of the poor peasants. It turned into that direction. It happened such a way. And this was the typical Gandhi pattern. This was the typical style of Gandhi. Gandhi's style of functioning was different from any other leaders. Okay, and his politics were intertwined with, yes, intertwined means mixed up. Okay, intertwined with the practical day-to-day problems. His politics, that makes him a different politician, that makes him a different leader. And his politics was mixed with the day-to-day problems of the millions of the people. His was not a loyalty to abstractions. Abstraction is the quality of dealing with ideas rather than events. And you see that his loyalty was not, yes, the quality of dealing with, yes, ideas rather than events. It was a loyalty to living human beings. That means Gandhi's loyalty was not towards reaching an ideal solution. It is an, or we can say that in an ideal solutions in a real world. In everything Gandhi did, moreover, he tried to mold a new free Indian who could stand on his own feet and thus make India free. And whatever Gandhi had done, what was his attempt? His attempt was to make or mold or create an Indian who could stand in his own feet without depending anyone. So he wanted to create an Indian who could be self-sufficient, not depending on anyone, or who could yes, stand his own feet without depending anyone in a free India. That was his intention. Early in the Champaran action, Charles Freer Andrews, the English pacifist. Okay, pacifist means one who is against the war. One who is always against the war is known as a pacifist, who had become a devoted follower of the Mahatma. Okay, so you see that during this early period of Champaran, yes, action, an Englishman, his name was Charles Freer Andrews. He was actually against, yes, the war and all, or we can say violence, and he became a great devotee or a follower of Mahatma Gandhi. And he came to bid Gandhi farewell before going on to tour to duty to the Fiji Islands. So he was going to Fiji Islands. Before going to Fiji Islands, he came to, yes, he visited Mahatma Gandhi to tell, yes, goodbye. Okay, or he visited Gandhiji to tell goodbye. And that time, Gandhi's lawyer friends thought it would be a good idea for Andrews to stay in Champaran and help them. So that time, Gandhi's lawyer friends, advocate friends, they told Gandhi, if you make this Englishman to stand or stay in Champaran, that would be a help for all of us. Such a way they told to Gandhi. To stay in Champaran and help them, Andrews was willing. And at the same time, you see that Andrews is an Englishman. But at the same time, Andrews was ready to help Gandhi and his friends. If Gandhi agreed, but Gandhi did not agree with that. But Gandhi was vehemently opposed. When other friends, the advocate friends told this, you see that Gandhi very strongly opposed that idea. He said, you think that in this unequal fight it would be helpful if we have an Englishman on our side? Okay, you think that this is an unequal fight. That means they are very strong, we are weak. Both the parties are not equal in the power. Okay, so in this unequal fight, you think that if an Englishman is with us, it would be good for us? Gandhi asked them. This shows the weakness of your heart. It means that you are weak. It shows the weakness of your heart. The cause is just and you must rely upon yourselves to win the battle, Gandhi said. The cause for what we are fighting, that is just. Okay, that means justice is in our side. So what we must do, and we must not be weak, and we must not show our weakness, and we have to be strong enough to win the battle, because justice is with us, and we have to rely on it. We have to depend on it to win the battle. You should not seek a probe in Mr. Andrews because he happens to be an Englishman. You should not seek. You should not try to find a probe. Probe means support. You should not try to find a support Mr. Andrews as he was an Englishman. Gandhi advised them. He had read our minds correctly. So Rajendra Prasad comments. Later on, Rajendra Prasad, he commented this way. Gandhi read yes, our minds. He understood us rightly or read our minds properly and correctly, and we had no reply, and we had nothing to tell to Gandhi that time. Gandhi, in his way, taught as a lesson in self-reliance. Self-reliance means self-dependence. Gandhi, in a way, he taught as a lesson. What was the lesson? A very important lesson for the Indians. That was self-dependence. Depend ourselves. Don't depend others. Okay? Self-reliance. That's self-dependence. Indian independence and help to sharecroppers were all bound together. So the self-dependence or self-reliance and Indian independence, you see that, and help to sharecroppers, everything are bound together, all are connected together. Dear students, I hope all of you understood this lesson very well. Okay, thank you for watching it. Please like and subscribe my channel. Thank you very much.